Is that Yerushalmi Terumos, the article, Otzbah edition, and that Sayim Ralph, right, the second line, beginning of the Gemara, which in the Vilna edition is then Daf Nun Aleph, right after the Mishnah, where it says Gemara. And more should be discussed for Am Yisrael, our time Yitzhak against our enemies, Machshma B'Zichram. So the Gemara says, try to find a place in the Kabanaki here. Shem Yechlan. Right? Yeah. Rashi, Shem Ravo, Shem Yechlan. Our mission is like Rabbi Shimoni, who holds the Yech Kinyan Lanachi, the Eretz Yisrael Afkimidei Chumus Maisris. So the Gemara says, wait a minute, what? Ik Rabbi Shimon, Lamli Arai. It's they're part of the Chumus Maisris. Regularly eat them from as a snack. I feel Kevanami. You can eat from them as a permanent. As a full course meal. What's the difference? Ella, begin to Rabbi Yirmiyah, but because Rabbi Yirmiyah said, and Rabbi Chia also said, Rabbi Yechanan, so whenever I have a Chia named Rabbi Yechanan, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Chia, Rabbi Achia, I don't know. But anyway, because it's not say Rabbi Chia Ruba, it could be another Rabbi Chia. Anyway, Rabbi Shimon concedes the point that he has to be take off Chumas and Maisris me the Rabbanon. They're taking take off Chumas and Maisris also from Peiros Nachri. It's Gemara Menachos to have some of Zion. I believe it's an incentive to buy it to make sure that the land gets purchased from the guy. So it's all about Mufka. So therefore it's the Rabbi Shimon. Therefore we have to say that it's according to this Rabbi Shimon, and therefore from Arai. The sounds like, since it's before Gemara Malachto, nevertheless, it's Tevel because it was planted as Tevel. So therefore, it's after the Miruach, which took place before it was replanted. So therefore, according to Mandamar, Enkin Akum Beretzof Kimidei Tumus Maisus. We need Milati from Arai. But when Yeshkin Rabbi Shimon, so you can't eat from Keva, but you can eat from Arai. Our mission is going to Rabbi Shimon. Okay, Tanya, I'm not im Hakuti B'Chasios. If somebody is weeding with the kuti with in these lettuces, and it's when they still regard them as being Jewish, and some people took up Jewish and some not. Mutar b'dmai. If you're not sure, if the kuti was masaking what he planted before he planted it, then it's okay. But if he definitely take up Jews and before he planted it, low, it's not okay. Lama, why? Shadmai bottom mechubel karka. The Chazal, when they made the Sol Takona, they said Dmai is bottom mechubel karka, and therefore it's not no isser of the fact you planted tevel. The angel is mildly or so. Actually, there's something really missing here. That really should say tevel. Yeah, the angle it's choppy here. The angle is the Mile muscle is going on Vadai. The Glen Melsha is a very strange shot. He says, "Come on, Abi should doing b'koch isod maibo a malin also esor." Nechasha bottom mechubel karka the mai kilu. Okay. It's much more likely like the rest of Rilio that Kamrogi goes that there's like it's as if there's a phrase missing here, which is, but if it's Tevel, Mamish Vadai. So then it's a mile or so, and then you're not allowed to eat from it until you take off Trumas and Meisers. Okay, next one. Now we're going to Trumas and Nitmu. Which is the end of the next Mishnah says that if you have Shli Truma which became Tameh, you planted them, they're no longer Tameh. You're still not allowed to eat them until you remove what was the leaves which they had the entire time planted them, and the leaves afterwards allowed to eat. And then Yehuda said no, actually Mishnah you need two cycles. Okay, Amray Vav Shem B'Yachon B'Yachon Shesile, it should be Chulin Shed Nidmu. It says in the Gemara Shesile Shuma Shidmu, but the Gavanaki changed it to Shesile Chulin. Let's see if anybody else changed it to Shesile Chulin. Not the Bnei Moshe, not the Rasulio. The Grodas. Says Shesile Chulin Shidmu. And also the Red Baz brings it down. Shedei Chulin Shenidmu. Okay, so the Gra and the Red Baz, like the Kaminoki, changed the Girsa. So we'll also change the Girsa. Shedei Chulin Shenidmu. So they came to Tomei. Shaslan was Chuma. They can plant them, and then they're no longer Tomei, and you can make them Chuma and the Chuma's Torah. Vimayu Chumei Koran, but our Mishnah teaches the halacha that if they were Chuma before they were planted, and they became Tamei, Kfar Nidchu, they don't become completely Tahar, because they're not allowed, you have to first be Gomen, remove the leaves which are still there, since it's Davashin Zarakola, from the prum before you plant in the ground. If you have water which you want to use for Nisach on pepper on sukkahs. So before you use them, before you consecrate them, they became tamei. Mashikan, you can put them into the mikveh. But also some mechag, they make them mechag, make them water for Nisach Hamayim. You mechag already came consecrated, and they were mechag meikoran before they became tamei kvar nidchu. So then they were nidche from being suitable, and we know from Gemara Yuma Daf Samadown, kachiv chenir and nidche, and the near afterwards they don't now choser to be, they can't be used. If you have olives and grapes that became tamei, sochton, you can squeeze them also some truma. You can make them truma. They were chulin at this point, and the mashkin which comes out of them are not considered to become tamei because each zayis or olive is less than kabetza, and only a kabetza can be matami the mashkin. So therefore, the mashkin which comes out of a grape or an olive, which is smaller than a kabetza, of course, and because doesn't receive the tuma of the solid food, and therefore can make a truma. So if the again. If they're chulin and you squeeze them, then you can make whatever you squeezed out truma. If they were even they were chulin tmeim, if they were truma tmeya, they're a nitche, and therefore whatever beverage you squeeze out for them, you're not allowed to drink. Truma falls off. The status of truma tmeya does not fall off. That's according to Rabbi Yehuda named Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Zir and Rabbi Yassi, B'Shem Rabbi Yehuda says, no, even if it's truma tmeya, as long as you don't clump together enough fruit to make a gebetza, because the fruit does clump together and makes a gebetza, so you have to do individual grapes, individual olives. So pokas mi gebetza. You can squeeze them as long as you're doing less than a gebetza time. V'yeno kosher afil the sachin. This way, kosher. First of all, the wine is truma Torah, and the kohanim can still eat it, even though they couldn't eat the fruit itself. They can drink the mashkin. They said eat. They can drink the mashkin. And such wine, says Gemara, is even kosher in the sachin, even gavim mizbeach. Okay, happens to be you don't use truma wine for the mizbeach, but the idea is that it's really super duper tar. The way Ram puts it, I feel sachim hayaroi. Theoretically, be royal in the sachim. Okay, now Chavrayim Lakish argues. Now he argues on the statement which he had earlier. Same we had argued was by Shli Shuma Shenitmu. The Rabbi Voss and Rabbi Yochanan Shli Chulin Shenitmu. We're according to our Girsa. Then Shas Lamosa Son Truma V'Yu Truma May Korek V'Nitchu. Okay, so that the Gemara says, what is it Rabbi Shimon Lakish arguing? Ma bein l'kula bein l'chumra. Now this is normally bein l'kula l'chumra means both l'kula and l'chumra, but he means does he argue on the kula Rabbi Yochanan? That's just the chulin shlitmu. You can plant them again and make them, and then they can be truma. As are the chumra Rabbi Yochanan, that if they were truma meikara, you can't do that. So in time of the kula, if you're going to say argues on the kula of Rabbi Yochanan, okay, that's fine, no problem. You can argue and say the shlei chulin shlitmu, even plant they can't make them truma, no problem. But in time of chumra, you're going to say it's a chumra, and he's saying that he's arguing the chumra. It says if you truma meikara k'farnidchu, and that he's going to make it say that even the truma meikara, they're once you plant they're okay. What's going to do with our mishnah? But the Mishnah says whatever's left over from the first time you got to chop off. So we can't argue on the Mishnah. So how can you say that by Truma Shenitma that it's Truma Deya, the Shashla, that it becomes tar? Arguing on Rabbi Yochanan Chumra doesn't would contradict our Mishnah. So he must be arguing on the Kula, and he's more machner. Rosh Rabbi Yochanan said, "Ki masnisa achilgan baalim v'yishneh." So he's saying it's not our Mishnah. It says that you have to cut the leaves, not that you cut the stalk, but the new leaves that grow. And it's helpful to see Lush of the Rambam here. It says, "Azar truma tmeya, so plants truma tmeya, api shigul tarim, even though whatever grows is tar, ha'arein asur b'chuli, b'achila." Mutar and the Ravid says, and this mutar koyim she'em b'em tuma, the mutar koyim because they're not tummy. I've also zorim, it's also for zorim, which will yom. They should do it because it's a truma. Therefore, if he's told they should eat some amazing, it's chaymisa, even though the parshas the din of doing truma is only the rabbanon. So I guess it's going to drive holds the rice and mamish. If you chopped off the first growth, right, and then second growth came, you cut them. So then the second growth it cut two. The third growth is mutar b'achila. Okay, so that's how we understand our Mishnah. Okay, that brings us to the end of the 9th parak. We start the 10th parak. If you have onion of truma which you put into chulin lentils, if it's complete is mamish complete with the skin, and with the pitum, the chukchik on top. It's mutter. If you chopped it up, which means either removing the skin or the pitum, of course chopping up as well, that's nice and tam. It gives us nice and tam. It's mean amino, so it's 1 in 60. Shakol tavshil, or the rest of the cooked dish, all other cooked dishes, ben shlam and mechutach, whether it's whole or cut up, that's nice and tam, gives the taste no matter what. Yidam matir b'tzachna. This is a mixture of a small. Put the truma into a mixture of small herrings, pickled fish. He says you can't remove the onion, or can't remove the onion evidently. It's still mutar, even if it's no same time, because it's only in order to remove the foul taste. I guess negates the foul taste, and it does not no same time l'shlach. So therefore, it's not going to answer the mixture of the tzachna. That brings us to the next part of the Mishnah. That's Mishnah Beis, but that's already at the top of Tzadik Alf Hamarav, so we'll stop here for today.